Welcome back, or if you're new here, hello, my name is Katie, and today I'm going to be reacting to episodes 763 and 764 of One Piece. The last episode was crazy. The end of the last episode where Capone shot Peckham's was absolutely insane. And yeah, like, what is his deal? Why the fuck did he shoot him? I get that, like, Peckham's was kind of going off, you know, the plan, but I did not expect him to shoot him. Will Peckham's be okay? What's Capone gonna do? And is this something to do with why Sanji is left? Because we don't know that yet, and I need answers. So before we get into these episodes, if you want to see more content from me, don't forget to subscribe. You can also join my Patreon if you want to see fully uncut early access reactions to One Piece and everything else I'm currently reacting to. It's $3 a month over there, and I really appreciate the support. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into episode 763 of One Piece. それがつまらねえ情に流されるとこうもふぬけになるのか。さあおめえら、出番だ! No, it is like one of the weirdest powers. Like, it's so odd. Yeah. They can become full size. Wait, did we know that already? That's so weird, man. I can't believe Peckham's is just fucked up. Like... Like, I know he's working on behalf of Big Mom, but, like, I'm just wondering if he has his own intentions, you know? I feel like he's definitely blackmailed Sanji or something. My god. He was bluffing. Sorry? He wants them inside him? Ew. I hate that so much, actually. Robin always going for the most morbid. That's so weird. That's so weird. That's so weird. What? Where does the food come from? I'm scared. Okay. What? Sanji? Wait. Wait, what? Hang on. What? Groom, the third son of the VINSMOKE family. Sanji, come to think of it, we only ever have known him by Sanji. The bride is the 35th daughter of the Charlotte family. He's getting married? Okay, so this is something to do with Sanji's past that he has, like, clearly completely abandoned, because we've never heard of VINSMOKE before. And is Charlotte family, is that Big Mom's family? Is this some kind of marriage of like, what do you call it? Like marriage of like convenience or, like families, some kind of like alliance type situation through marriage. You're telling me that Sanji has went off to get married? I mean, that would make sense, right? If they're saying that he's never gonna come back, because if he was gonna get married, but like, why would he agree to this? And we're not gonna go down the road of like Sanji being like, yay, I want to get married, because no, this obviously is something to do, like deep ties with like his family that he's never spoken about. And oh my, what is happening?
3の結婚式
Sanji. No, this can't be good. He looks really... Like, look at his face. No. What the hell? So maybe this is why Sanji is wanted only alive then? To go to his wedding? And somehow they have some pull over being able to like actually say that on his bounty? They must be important. Huh? Ill-bred? What? Why? Are they bad? What? Brooke knows something.
ほら、モンブランの家で嘘つきノーランドの絵本を見つけた時よ。絵本？嘘つきノーランドだって。嘘つきノーランド？知ってるの、サンジ君。でもこれ、ノースブルーの発行って書いてある。
Oh, did he avoid talking about it?
俺、生まれはノースブルーだからな。みんなには言ったことなかったか？
Okay, so that was the first time that he actually revealed. Yeah, I guess we would have assumed that he was from the East Blue, but this was the first time that he actually was like from the North Blue. But then he doesn't talk about it. Yeah, so we know Sanji's childhood when he met Zeph, but like what came before that? He would have had to cross the red line. So it is her family. It is her family. I'm trying to remember Sanji's childhood where we met him and it was just that he was on a boat. Did Zeph attack? I can't remember. I need to refresh my memory. Hang on. Yes, so Sanji was a little cook and the Zeph pirates, they attacked. And then all that shit happened and then Zeph and Sanji got shipwrecked. That's the extent of... So maybe the voyage... Maybe the ship that Sanji was on, maybe he escaped to it? That's why it would be doom for the Straw Hats. I wonder if this is a way to, like, take down the Straw Hats in, like, a really, like, in a really strategic, calculated way as opposed to fighting them, because if he married her and he became Big Mom's son-in-law and was still part of the Straw Hats, then they would have to become her subordinates. So like Luffy wouldn't be able to, it wouldn't be the Straw Hats anymore, right? I mean, technically, but like they couldn't become bigger than Big Mom. Is that what am I thinking right? So like it would be like either you do this and all your crew become subordinates to me, or you lose Sanji. It feels like a big thing to go through to do it in that way. You know, I feel like the VINSMOKEs must have something that they want. Maybe they just want Sanji back, and like they agree to do this with Big Mom because her objective lies with like taking down Luffy, whereas they want Sanji back. For some reason he doesn't want to go back. I don't know. It seems crazy. And obviously Sanji wouldn't want that to happen to the Straw Hats, so that's why he's left on his own. I feel bad for the girl as well. Yeah. Yeah, and he can't do that under Big Mom. So what happens if Sanji just outright refuses? They die? Oh, it's like no question. He has to go. Right. Fuck, they shouldn't have went inside him. Fuck. Bruh. That's crazy. Fuck. So he agreed and got them out, is what I'm guessing.
ママのお茶会からお前は逃げねえ。それが新世界の常識だ。ビッグマムからお茶会の招待状が届いたられろ。それは実質絶対の召集令。
Oh my god.
ママの茶会にゃ地獄の鬼も顔を出す。もちろん行かねえのも自由だろれろ。だがもし断れば。
His hands are huge. What's he saying to him? What's he saying to him? Oh no. Sanji. He looks really, like, terrified and angry. This is not good. What? Find what out? I need to know. Sanji, what's happening? God. He looks like he's filled with like proper dread, fear, anger. Like what did he go through with his family before, you know, he met Zeph, which again was like also a really traumatic thing that he went through, but like what happened before then? And I'm thinking, yeah, now that like we have more context to this, maybe he escaped this family. You know, he never talks about them back, you know, when they found that book. He said he was from the North Blue. He didn't want to talk about them. Sanji's the type of character that if he's like proud to come from somewhere, you know, he even like, as much as him and Zeph bicker and everything, like he talks about Zeph. And the fact that he regards Zeph as like a father figure kind of in their weird way, you know, it's like he didn't have that before, I guess. So it's like something bad must have happened with his family. Also, they must be quite a big family. He's the third son. What's with the others? And I guess they have specifically chosen Sanji because of all this. You know, my theory is that it is a plot to kind of get the Straw Hats under Big Mom's control. If something bad is going on with Sanji's family and he doesn't want to go back there, and then Luffy finds that out, he's going to be really mad. He's not going to want, you know, Sanji to have to go through all of that. But like, also he wouldn't want to be under Big Mom anyway. So it's like, it's going to end up in like a big fucking crazy fight with Big Mom, I feel like. But how exactly we're going to get there, I don't know, because Sanji is so stubborn and actually so private, you know, so far. You know, I've barely even thought about, you know, where he would have come from before Zeph, because he is so private about it. It's never really come up in conversation. So it's never really crossed my mind until now. And he's clearly like very, very private about this. So it's like, I feel like he is not going to want to get in the way of Luffy's dreams. He's not going to want to put the crew at risk. So he's just going to go and have to do this as much as he doesn't want to. And then there's more to it where, you know, that ending, how did you find that out? You know, what if they, what is this? You know, I understand that they're inside his body right now and he's taking them there and like they're in danger, yes, but like, you know, there has to be more so that Sanji can't say no to this. And maybe that's just the power of Big Mom and her forces and everything, and like they kind of can't, or like he can't fight them alone or whatever. But it's like, I don't know, I just feel like there's more to this. I don't know, this is really crazy. This is really crazy. Okay, let's just get into the next episode, 764.
新世界に君臨する海賊界の皇帝。四皇の一人、ビッグ
They know a lot of shit.
多くの島々を支配下に収め、
They have a lot of
その
intel.
力はお前たちの想像をはるかに超える。殺すと言われりゃそいつは死ぬのさ。
Great.
誰の傘下にもつかず、生きていたいと思うなら、ひとまず逆らわねえこった。
サンジさん、大丈夫ですか？さっきの男に何言われたんです？にゃら。
What did he say? He's not gonna want them to do that, is he? For him.
紙とペンをよこせ。
持ってきてやれ。
What did he say to
麦
him?
わらに書き置きか。
Oh.
これをルフィたちに。
サンジ君。
ナミさん。チョッパー。
No.
ブルック。
I'm gonna cry. Don't do this.
信じてくれ。俺は仲間に隠し事をしてたつもりはない。
Sanji.
ビンスモーク。もう二度と俺の前に。
Oh no. This is some traumatic past.
ケリをつけに行かなきゃならねえ。
Oh.
外に強力な気配を感じる。多分ミンク族の誰かだ。準備はいいか。
He's gonna throw them out. That's how they got out. He threw them. Oh my god. Sanji.
奴らを追うぞ。
Okay, I feel like whatever is about to happen with all of this whole Sanji arc, I feel like it's gonna make me love him even more. I already love Sanji, but I don't know, something about this is already kind of like pulling at my heartstrings. Yeah, you can't. You can't. You gotta keep him alive. Ooh.
いいかよく聞け。大切な天才科学者の頭を吹き飛ばされたくねえだろう。俺のことも殺せねえよな、お前ら。結婚話を聞いたおかげで一つ謎が解けたよ。
A mystery.
俺の手配書は。
Oh yeah. Yes. That's yeah.
生け捕りのみ。
Yeah. He has leverage with that at least.
打ち切れる誰かがいるんじゃねえか。情もかけず。 俺を丁重に扱えとでも言われたが、手配書にそう書かせたやつと俺の結婚を決めたやつは同一人物だよな。
Big Mom or his family?
今外に化け物がいる。
Oh, kitty cat.
言うがら何者ぜよ。奥でペコムズが血まみれで倒れちゅうわ。
Echoes.
言うがらがやったがか。
誤解だ。俺はペコムズの仲間だ。
仲間。
ああ、同じ海賊団のな。実は
As if the
ジャックの雑魚に
fucking
襲われちまって。
sweat isn't giving it away. He's a bullshitter.
で、ペコムズはそいつに撃たれたのよ。
なぜ俺が仲間を撃つんだ。
サンジ君、出てきて。なんで残るの？何が起きてるのか、ちゃんと教えてくれよ、サンジ。
So weird to talk to him like that. He doesn't want to get them involved. Nah. Oh, and then they would get involved, but
あいつらによろしく伝えてくれ。
no, because that smile is like too. That's like too reassuring. You know, that's like the kind of like smile you say you'll be back, but you won't be back. Sanji, please.
キャッスルタンク。
I'm upset. Fuck this guy. Oh, Sanji. Oh no. I hate this. I don't like this.
追いついても今は彼に戻る気がありません。
I am going to have a crash out. The fact.
女に会ってくる。必ず戻る。
To my buds. Sanji, come back right now. I'm so upset because he thinks that he has to do this alone. And like, I understand why he thinks he has to do it alone. You know, it's obviously some stuff from his past, his family. Like, this is crazy. Puts everybody at risk, blah, 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 blah. But like, the Straw Hats would have his back all the time, regardless. Like, you know, it's like, it's so sad that he feels like he has to deal with whatever fucking trauma is related to his family alone. He's not alone. He doesn't have to be.
ナミ、サンジとシーダーがいないようだが。もしかして、アティアに連れ去られて。違う。彼の意志なの。
ワンダ、キャロット。この件小柄らは忘れてほしい言うて言いゆうがやき。別れ。ん？なあ！またたび生えちゅう！にゃーごー
He is a cat.
嫁連れて帰ってくんのかな？何？じゃあ、仲間が一人増えるな。
Oh, Luffy.
まったくお気楽なんだから。
ルフィさん、神父は四皇の娘。それでは我々ビッグマムの傘下に入っちゃいますよ。今回の件は相手が相手。もし結婚が逃げられないものだった場合、サンジさんならどうするでしょう。
そうさ、あいつのことだから、俺たちに迷惑かけねえために、自分を切り離すことを考えるんじゃねえかな。
You know what? The fact that Luffy just said it's even more unacceptable for Sanji to leave than for them to become subordinates to Big Mom, which means I assume which means he wouldn't be king of the pirates, is genuinely so monumental. That is like, I mean, it's not surprising, but like Luffy puts his crew above his own dreams in that little sentence, you know?
ヴィンスモーク。
I must have.
どこかで聞いた気が。
Mm?
ごめんなさい。思い出せないわ。
Brooke knows something, right? He's heard the name.
認めさせなかったのはサンジでしょ。あなたたち責任なんてないわ。でもよロビン、もしこのまま二度と会えなかったら。
いいだろ別に。
Zoro, shut up.
確かにこのままいなくなるとすりゃ、お世話になりましたの一言が足りねえな。あとご迷惑をおかけしますだ。考えてみろ。俺たちは今止まらねえレールに乗ってんだ。人造悪魔の実スマイルの最大の取引相手はカイドウだ。すでに手下の百獣海賊団とも一戦交えちまった。トラオと手を組んでるのもこれからの戦いのため。理由は知らねえが、どうやら金右衛門たちもカイドウに狙われてる。こんな時にさらに4校ビッグマムに絡むなんてバカとしか言えねえよ、あの車野郎。考
えてもわかんねえからサンジに聞きに行こう。
Of course. Follow him. I mean, of course that's what Luffy's gonna go to.
まさかビッグマムのところへ行く気か。
そうなるな。
お前自分が喧嘩売ったこと忘れたのか。
You know what? I was gonna say, I get where Zoro's coming from, okay? I get where he's coming from. However, Luffy already picked a fight with Big Mom, so like it's not like that wasn't gonna be an issue at some point anyway, you know?
相手は4校よ。ルフィ、忘れないで。今までとは話が違う。
じゃあこっそり行く。だからどうや。
You go quietly?
ビッグマム海賊団のせいでサンジさんは行ってしまいましたが、代わりに彼らは大きな落とし物をしていきました。もしあの人が
Heckums.
とにかく行ってみましょう。
This is truly so crazy. The stakes are huge now. I think what we need to think about right now is the fact that, like, you know, Sanji's going off to deal with this by himself. I feel like there's, like, maybe unresolved things that he has to figure out with his family because he thought he was never going to see them again. Maybe there's stuff that's not dealt with. You know, why would they want him back? Why would they go through all of this? You know, he obviously doesn't like them. So the thing is, it's like either Sanji would marry Big Mom's daughter and the Straw Hats become subordinates, and like that's not gonna happen, right? That's just not gonna happen. Sanji wouldn't want that to happen. Luffy wouldn't want that to happen. So then it's either Sanji quits the Straw Hats, marries this girl, and you know, lives happily ever after. But again, I can't see that happening because again, the Straw Hats aren't gonna let that happen. So a fight with Big Mom and the VINSMOKEs is pretty inevitable, you know, because as much as Sanji would like to deal with this on his own, and he's going to be very stubborn about this, and, you know, for all that we know of Sanji, he's very private, and, like, you know, there's something in his past that he is either, like, so traumatic, or, you know, maybe he feels like a sense of shame about his family or trauma that he just doesn't really want to think about. And, you know, he's like left that life behind, never thought he was going to have to deal with it again. So that's why he's going off and doing that on his own. But it's also a huge sacrifice for like his friends, because he knows he wouldn't want to stand in the way of all the Straw Hats' dreams just for his stuff that he needs to do. But then he's not thinking about how they wouldn't want this for him either. And it's like, this makes me, I feel like this whole thing is going to make me fall so hard for Sanji, because the fact that he's doing this like so selflessly, like maybe he has a plan, you know, but I just don't think that he can really go and like think that he could take on Big Mom and like all of those forces by himself. So it's kind of like, does he think that he can go and deal with it in a way that, you know, they can all get out of it? Does he think he can go and deal with it in a way that, like, gets the Straw Hats free? And then he's, you know, like, what's he thinking? I don't know. And, like, what did that guy whisper to him? I feel like maybe his family have something over him. I mean, they are his family. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I need to know more about like both sides really. I need to know more about the VINSMOKEs. Like what actually who even are they? You know, and there's talk about people hearing their names but then not really remembering like who they are. Like what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that if Robin has heard it and she can't really remember? Like what do you mean? Brooke was kind of giving some implications that he knows who the VINSMOKEs are as well. Also, wasn't it like this is like Big Mom's 34th daughter or 35th daughter or something? First of all, that's a lot of children. Second of all, you know, I just don't believe that the daughter probably feels in any way good about this. I don't know. There's something about, you know, being the 35th daughter and having to be in an arranged, like, political, would you call it political marriage with a guy she doesn't know? Like, I feel bad for the girl as well. I feel bad for Sanji and the girl. Like, what is going on? It's just like, what's really striking me these episodes is Sanji's selflessness with this, you know, putting Luffy's dreams and the crew's dreams before himself, you know, going off and trying to deal with this himself. And like, yeah, Zoro has some good points. They already have a lot of high stakes following them in their shadow that's going to catch up to them eventually, aka Kaido, you know. But let's set the little silly, you know, old married couple kind of bickering with Sanji to the side for a second and think, you know, Luffy already did pick a fight with Big Mom, so we were going to get here eventually, you know, and you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, I guess. I don't know. I need to know more because, yeah, this has become so clear to me now that we really don't know anything about where Sanji comes from. And I'm scared now because that's like, that opens the door for like, a really, I mean, Sanji's backstory that we've seen is already really sad. Like how much worse can it get? You know what I mean? Oh my god. I really loved Sanji these episodes though, because he really was showing his like selflessness, you know, and what troubles you, handsome man? I'm scared. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my reaction to these episodes. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want to see more content from me, don't forget to subscribe. You can also join my Patreon if you want to. But yeah, in the meantime, take care of yourselves and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye. A huge, huge thank you to all of my Patreon members whose support really, really helps my channel, and especially my highest tier members who are all on screen right now. I appreciate your support so much, and it really helps me continue doing what I love, which is sharing my reactions with you. So thank you so much.